Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're all keeping well. It's been a while since I've been on here. You probably thought I took a holiday and decided not to come back or something. And I know some of my viewers, you've been prompting me to get on, but so actually, I do have a few words from the Lord, and this one I'm going to share first, along with a dream. So this word that I got it there on the 1st of April 2025, and it's not it's not a message that I've kind of got before, okay? So it's a bit different, you know. So I'm just going to read through it, and then I'm going to share a dream with you because I think the dream is very significantly tied in with this word as well. So while praying, I heard the word infidels, and I was seeing a lot of people moving through the borders. This is what I was hearing and seeing. And then I heard Ukraine, and I heard the word exploit, and I sense they're using the situation for their own purposes. So basically, what I was sensing was this word infidels really is in reference, oftentimes to the Islamists, and those of us who are not Islamic, right? We're not in the Muslim faith. And the movement of the borders, I felt, was obviously the illegal immigration that's going on at the moment. So I heard Mahdi, that word Mahdi, and the Mahdi is kind of like the Messiah for the Muslims, basically. So we have Jesus as the Jewish Messiah, or the Christian Messiah, really, and the Islamists have a Messiah. They refer to him as the Mahdi, and he's also coming back as kind of a savior and so forth. Okay, so I heard this word Mahdi, and I saw two Islamic men, and they were speaking Arabic. So it was like I was a third party looking in on these two Arab men, and they were having this discussion, and they were speaking in Arabic language, but I completely understood what they were saying, and I could see one of the man's faces very clearly, right, with his Arabic. He was kind of lighter Arabic features, right? So I could hear them speaking, and it was about the coming Mahdi, and I sensed, and they were discussing about building a temple in Jerusalem for the Mahdi. That's what I understood what the conversation was about. They were discussing these plans to build this temple in Jerusalem for the Mahdi. And I knew, like when I was listening to them, like I knew that they had full blown plans and strategies, and they knew exactly what they were doing. And I really felt that they had all these plans and strategies in place for a takeover. That's what I felt for an Islamic takeover. This is what I became very aware of. And then I heard the word Sharia, and I heard, which is the Sharia law, which again is like under the Muslim religion, right? And I heard coalition. Now I don't know what the coalition meant. Whether that was there was a coalition with the globalists or with the politicians or something. I'm not sure. It wasn't made clear to me. I saw Palestine, and I strongly felt that Palestine was connected in some way. It wasn't clear how, but I really sensed that the Palestine situation was strongly connected with the plans of these Muslims, right? So they are building structures now. I heard they were building structures, the Muslims, and they're preparing for a takeover. And I saw two swords crossing, like the representative of those two swords that cross over. I think it's on the Muslim flag. And I saw the dark green and red colors. And I saw the crescent moon with the yellow stars, which I think is again is a symbol on their flag. I must actually look that up because I haven't seen it in a while. But so they are rising up with evil plans. I believe they're infiltrating rapidly, and I believe the Lord was showing me all this. They have their minds set on Jerusalem to build a temple for the Mahdi, and I believe this is what God was showing me. And then shortly after that, I heard the word medicine, and I think that's related to something else, but that's what I heard. So that was the word that I got from the Lord. So it was just very, it was like God was just showing me this, giving me the insight on what was going on. And I really think those two men that I saw, God was God kind of gave me a vision. I think it was a vision about them. So I believe they are genuinely two leaders in the Islamic faith or whatever that was making these plans. That's what I really feel about that. So let me just jump on and just tell you my dream. So I had this dream about 2 months ago, but I feel it's very connected with this. So I was going to visit my friend in London, and it's a pastor friend of mine. And so normally he's a very easygoing man. He's Irish, very friendly, very easygoing. I've known him for years and years. And so I was popping in on a surprise visit. So I visited him, and when he opened the door, he was kind of very sober looking. He didn't give me this normal, big, warm Irish welcome kind of thing. He was kind of almost a little rigid, which straight away I noticed his body language and everything, and I thought there's something going on. And then I saw this man behind him, and he was staring, like he was looking and observing him and me. And so I kind of noticed the man, and he was kind of staring intently at me. So that was fine. So I was chatting to this my friend for a while, and then he was kind of eager to take me to the door, really. So he said, "Oh, I'll see you out." So he brought me to the door, and then when we're at the door, he just shouted at me, "Run!" So he started running, and I started running. The two of us started running together, and then I just knew, like we were running for our lives. I knew that our lives were in danger somehow. And I knew that this man was a Muslim man. I just knew he was an Islamic man, Muslim man. So that was the dream I had, and I kind of just felt like the Lord was alerting. Like this friend of mine lives in London, right? So I believe that the place that God was talking about and highlighting is London, and it was just kind of like the Lord was highlighting that there is a danger, that there's a danger coming, with this infiltration of Muslims, that there was a threat there, that there was a genuine threat, So that's what I was feeling that the dream was showing me, because I found it quite alarming. And yeah, I just found it alarming, and I was just quite surprised at it. So yeah, so they're my two dreams. So if you've got any thoughts or anything on that, pop them down below. Um, I believe this is absolutely from the Lord, totally from God. He's warning us about these things. Yeah, so that's it really. Would you also pop a like down there if you like my content, because the algorithms I've just dropped my video down, and I think anyway, I know it's because I haven't been on often, but just to try and bump it up again. Also, if you like this content, do subscribe. I have another message, two messages that I want to deliver here. The next message I'm going to deliver, I'm going to deliver a message about Israel that God gave me just last week. And I have another one as well that I wanted to deliver. So there'll be a few videos coming. So God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed in the Lord, and I'll speak to you very soon. Goodbye.